Tonight, a long-awaited report is out on Ireland's Roman Catholic reform schools. From the 1930s to the 90s, Irish officials sent troubled children to those schools, and thousands of them were savagely abused by priests, nuns, and others. As Mark Phillips reports, many victims say the report and official apologies are not enough.
Andrew Madden wanted to be a priest until he was abused by one.
It took the form of molestation most of the time.
Colin O'Gorman's whole life centered around the church.
The abuse and then rape continued for about 2.5 years until I fled.
Christine Buckley tried to tell the world what she was going through.
And for that, I received a beating which opened up my flesh on my left thigh.
Until now, the stories of what happened to children in Catholic residential schools in Ireland have been anecdotal. A government inquiry now confirms that for decades, until the schools were closed, children were abused in their thousands. Exact figures are impossible because of missing records. But the abuse was a cruel, systematic catalogue of perversion. Boys were molested and regularly raped. Girls were beaten, flogged, kicked, burned, held underwater. The rare brave complaints were ignored or hushed up. Offending priests and nuns were shunted around the system, many sent to America.
When you take people into a state-regulated, statutory system of care, whether it's right or wrong to subject them to such detention, you owe them a duty to take proper care of them.
For years, the church claimed the abuse was a bad apple problem. Now that excuse is gone. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of bad apples who were systematically hidden by the church so they could abuse again. Faced with the evidence, all one of the religious orders accused in the report could do is apologize.
Today is a day really of shame, as far as I am concerned, for our congregation, indeed for the church, and for the community in general.
A day for shame, but not prosecution. A church-led court action kept all of the abusers' names out of the report. Victims' groups say they may have some vindication, but not justice. Mark Phillips, CBS News, Dublin.